Hey everybody, I'm Josh.
I'm Jace.
And we're here to watch
You're
episode...
an asshole.
I'm an asshole because I won't follow him on TikTok.
Okay, you don't say why.
Okay, so we're watching episode 31 of Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood. What happened last time, Jace?
He returned the gun to Hawkeye.
Yeah, that happened. There was an end credit scene. You remember what happened in the end credit scene? Here, I'll give you a hint. It's the opening frame of the next episode we're about to watch.
They found that the professor is dead because
Scar showed up.
Scar. Can't remember his name. Scar killed him.
Mm-hmm. And let me ask you a question.
There's shit going on between May and Leifong.
Longfong.
Longfong.
Yeah, and
who the fuck is Leifong?
Because they have beef. But just next something. Who doesn't give a shit about the affairs of their country?
The innkeeper.
I don't remember that guy's name, but he's great. Gosh. Just remember, Patreon is a thing. It exists. Full length early access, yada yada. So, this is a reminder for me that the Ishvalans were captured and turned into a Philosopher's Stone that Kimberly used to kill more Ishvalans.
Remind me who Kimberly is?
The guy who's in the cell in the first episode with his hands bound, who killed Scar's brother. He's got like the long hair.
Or the guy I thought
the Crimson. He's also known as the guy who is known as the Crimson Alchemist. He does explosions. He's voiced by Shigaraki. I'll point at him and be like, "That's the guy."
Also, still waiting for that one soldier, the woman with the big ass lips.
We're getting there. Her name is. I'll give you her first name because the last name is. I can't tell you that. Her first name is Olivier.
Yeah, I wonder why you can't tell me.
Her last name's Elric. What do you want me to tell you?
No, it's not.
Yeah, but if I gave you her last name, it'd be a spoiler. Is that all code red?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
I mean, all code red.
Did you like mix in alcohol, or is it just your soda?
It's just soda.
Okay. Can I try Code Red? I've never had some. I've never had. This is Josh's reaction to Code Red. I've never had Code Red before.
Mountain Dew Code Red.
It's pretty good. Kind of reminds me of like cherry limeade, which I guess is basically what that is, isn't it?
No, that would be a mixture of Baja Blast and Code Red.
Yeah. All right.
That might actually be pretty good.
Let's play the episode. Not a lot happened in this episode. I think it was just another episode just transitioning from the old arc and into the new arc, where Scar and Co go to the north. Kimberly's after Scar. The Elric brothers are after May for the panda. Yeah, you noticed that there's like an empty collar on the ground because I think it cut and zoomed into it. You were like, "Oh, what's been released?" No, they made a dummy.
Oh, so they pretend. So he actually killed the Chimera and left that in place to make it look like it's.
To make it look like they killed Marco, but
Marco.
They didn't buy it. The show kind of has like a revolving door of characters. Like, Azumi Curtis shows up, and now she's gone. Lanfan and her grandfather show up, now they're gone.
It's like looking up at the sky. You know there's a lot of stars up there, but you can never see all of them at once.
Yeah. And I think May is pretty consistent. And Scar is pretty consistent. So now they have now Kimberly has two Philosopher's Stones. He's got the one that's shaped like a little gem. The other one's just a perfect sphere. How did he do alchemy on the guy's watch?
He didn't use the Philosopher's Stone he had inside him?
I don't know if he can do that if it's in him. I mean, maybe he used it when it was inside of him to create that thing. I just don't know how he would have done it from the transmutation circle on his hand. Because I don't even know what it does. I know come together they blow shit up. But individually, I don't remember what they do. He didn't even do explosion alchemy. He just made a toy. He could, in theory, have used the Philosopher's Stone that was inside of him to just make the toy from nothing. But I don't. It was inside of him. I don't know if they really illustrated it or anything like that.
That was weird.
What was weird?
Somehow I set a timer for 2 hours and it had been going for the past 40 minutes.
So, what do you think is next for Ed and Al? What do you think they're going to do next?
I mean, they know they have the threat going on, but they don't really have much to go off of with that regard. So they might.
Other than a panda.
Right. If they're not going after trying to find that. So they want to try to find a Scar and May and figure out why their alchemy, which wasn't really even alchemy, it was history.
Mm-hmm.
Find out why it wasn't affected by Father.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, if they can't, they're kind of in the dead end. They don't have anything to go off of. I don't know for sure what they. If it were me in that position, I would probably focus on trying to go back to the gate because that's an opportunity to get.
You need a Philosopher's Stone to open up the gate. or attempt human transmutation. Or I remember when they opened the gate when they were inside Gluttony. Envy was like, I've been waiting for you to ask. You'll need something to open the gate. And I was like, you can use this. And he opens his mouth, and it's the Philosopher's Stone. We got Greedling just sitting on a roof for a while. I don't even remember when Pride gets introduced. Okay. I don't want to. Okay, if I bring it up, I'm afraid it's gonna like spark some memories inside of you and spoil things. Because you should
just stop.
Yeah, because I remember you said you watched like an out of context scene from Brotherhood. I'm not gonna tell you anything.
No, I didn't.
I'll bring it up when it happens.
You talk about I saw the scene. I didn't actually watch the video. I just saw the thumbnail. It was clearly Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, and there were a bunch of people storming in the room that it only had Ed and Winry in it, if I remember correctly.
I'm talking about a different scene. I remember this conversation. I'll tell you about it. I'll tell you about it.
The one I talked about where it looked like some Alphonse was fighting a shadow alchemist, kind of.
I'll explain it to you.
Just say yes or no. Is that the scene you're referring to?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not gonna spoil it.
That's why I'm just asking yes or no questions.
Because I didn't know if you remembered it. I don't know how much you remember.
All I remember seeing is it basically looked like someone was using Black Whip against Alphonse.
Yeah.
That is the most recent episode of My Hero Academia we've seen.
Yeah. And these are gonna be so out of order. My Hero. Oh, that reaction's not coming up for like a long time. Oh man.
We got like a year before.
Like a few months. A few months. I started doing My Hero twice a week.
Yeah, but you're what, at the beginning of season 3 still?
I'm almost at the halfway point of season 3.
25 episodes per season, at least in season 3 and 4.
Yeah.
2 times a week.
25 weeks, half a year. It'll take us half a year to catch up to season 4.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed the reaction.
I'm Josh.
I'm Jace.
See you guys in the next one.